Hi, welcome to my channel. So today's video we're gonna talk about my diet, my relationship with food, and how it changed over time, about eating habits, weight loss, and intuitive eating. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. So let's get started. What does a typical day of me eating looks like? So the first thing is I'll eat breakfast. This will typically be with like bread and banana or oatmeal. I try to eat carbs or protein and definitely fiber in the morning. So as for my lunch, this will be a full platter of carbs, protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. My go-to lunch is like pasta, sweet potato salad, noodles, and sometimes like wraps. As for my dinner, it's more flexible. It really just depends on what I feel like eating. So let's say I haven't eaten oatmeal the whole day, then I'll probably eat like and grab a bowl of like oatmeal for dinner. If not, I'll eat fruits for dinner. My favorite go-to fruits are bananas, apples, grapes, blueberries, watermelon. But yeah, maybe I'll eat like I'll eat apple dipped in peanut butter because it tastes so good. Oh yeah, and if I do snack throughout the day, I'll snack on fruits. Like I'll just chomp on seedless grapes as if they're potato chips. Yeah, that's just how a typical day of me eating looks like. I'm considered vegetarian, I guess, because I don't eat meat. I haven't been eating meat for a while now, but yes, I did ruin the streak so that I could do this Victoria's Secret model video. But other than that, I don't really like meat, and I cannot call myself vegan because I eat eggs. I like eggs. I eat 1 egg per day. My source of protein, probably my favorite source, tied with tofu, and I cannot really pick. Yeah, other than that, my food is similar to those who are vegan. I'll tell you why I don't eat meat. There are 3 reasons why I don't eat meat. Mainly, the first reason is because I just personally don't like the taste of it. Let's say I go out to eat a huge meat buffet, and after I come back, I'll feel like so bad and my stomach doesn't feel good for like at least 24 hours. That's not okay. I should not feel that bad just because I ate something. So, and I found out that I really prefer like plant-based protein, and that's completely fine. And the second reason is because meat is just not like, there are many studies that show that meat is not good for your body, so it risks you having like diseases and stuff like that. And also, the meat industry is a very, very bad like source of greenhouse emissions, which is contributing towards climate change, and we do not want that. Yeah, those are 3 reasons why I don't like meat, and I'm just trying to like express why I am vegetarian. Just how everything that I eat really just depends on what I feel like eating and what I want to eat. So I've been trying to practice intuitive eating for the past few months, since like the start of like this year, and it's basically just listening to your body and just giving it what it needs. So a few things that I've been trying. So I'm starting to like notice the cues and signs that my body gives. So if I get this signal that I'm full, I'll stop eating. If I get a signal that I'm hungry, I'll eat, regardless of what time it is. I don't restrict myself into like what times I have to eat and stuff like that. And I've been really trying to like notice when I'm full and when I'm hungry and when to stop eating. So the second thing is being mindful of like what I eat and how I'm eating it. Like, I'm being more mindful about the food that I put into my body, so I'll eat slower. I'll chew my food more. I'll pay more attention to what I'm eating. Like, cause this is quite hard for me because I'm actually a fast eater. I'll like just like and then like just swallow it. I don't even chew it that much. So yeah, it's just been like a bit hard to like change into eating slower and trying to notice and like really process the food so that I can actually enjoy it. Because you see, the thing is, some people, when like they just eat the food, just chomp it up down, they just put the food in, but they didn't really enjoy it, therefore they want to eat more, hence more calories, which can lead to weight gain and all that stuff. So it's just better to just enjoy the food and like note like and be mindful of what you eat into your body. Another way that you can be more mindful about like your food is by cooking yourself. This may not be like applicable for everyone, but for me personally, this year I've been cooking all my meals for myself. So what this does is that you know exactly what you put into your food. So like you know whether you put like a teaspoon of salt or 2 teaspoons or like literally anything. You're just aware of what you put into your body and what you put into your meals, which is very like good because it helps you make sure that you are getting the food and nutrients that you want and you're getting the food that you want to eat. And also it's just quite fun to experiment with the foods and ingredients. Just don't set the house on fire. Okay, my story, I almost did. So there was this like cloth under like beside the stove and the cloth got on fire and I was like freaking out, but thankfully no one was harmed and no one knew that I almost set the house on fire. So I always end up unintentionally doing intermittent fasting. What is intermittent fasting? So it's basically having eating windows where you're allowed to eat and where you don't eat. So there's 12 hours window of eating and 12-hour not. There's 16/8, 24, etc. So you're allowed to eat only during the eating window and during the other times you're supposed to fast. During the holidays, the latest time that I usually eat is 6 to 7. And I don't eat later than that because my stomach just doesn't feel good. I don't really feel hungry after that anymore. Again, listening to my body about whether like I want to eat or not. And next time I'll eat is like the next day, which is like around noon. So that's around like 18-hour fasting period, unintentionally. So that has been great for me. Normally when I have school though, it will be around like 16/8, like 16-hour fasting and 8-hour eating, but that's all right. The benefits of intermittent fasting. And yeah, let's talk about diets now. So many diets out there, such as like keto, low carb, paleo. I don't even know what's out there anymore. There are many negative effects of diets. Before we continue, I want to give a side story of my experience with eating, like binging, restricting, and dieting. This is quite personal. I'm a bit nervous to say this, but yeah, I don't want to say that I used to have an eating disorder. I don't want to put like labels on myself, but I used to starve myself and I used to ban myself from eating like food, literally. I would not even allow myself to eat rice and stuff like that because I was like, too much carbs, not good. I would not allow myself to eat dinner because too late, you're too fat, I would like go as low as 600 calories per day, and that is not healthy. I was so obsessed with what I was putting into my body. I was so obsessed with my weight. I was so obsessed with the number on the scale. I let like the scale and like how much I'm eating define my confidence, and that was very like detrimental to my health, and I did not have enough energy and I almost fainted a couple of times because my blood sugar level was like too low, and basically I just couldn't function because I just didn't have enough energy. And food is energy, and food is not something that's supposed to be like our enemy. It's supposed to be our friend to help us function as a human being because we need energy. Energy is something that keeps us going. But I put food as my enemy and just like get so obsessed over it. I was restricting, I was binging, and I was not enjoying a lot of my life. Although there's so many things that I could have focused on other than eating. And diets enforces this. I'm not saying that diets are the only cause of this, but diets enforces this because diets are black and white. So you either follow this diet and the exact things that you're supposed to eat at what time, etc., etc., or you messed up a little bit, and you just messed up the whole thing, and you're just back to square one. You're frustrated, you're failing, you're just not at a good mental space. Because like comparing to intuitive eating, where intuitive eating is just like listening to your body, and if you mess up a little bit, you can always just go back. It's okay. You'll be like, okay, cool, I ate a little bit more today, but that's fine. I'm gonna go back to my normal tomorrow, and that's completely fine. Whereas in diets, you would just be like, I messed up, or it just like takes a huge toll on your like mental health. And not only that, it just like enforces like bad eating habits, and it's just not good for your mental health, I'm just saying. And your eating habits will just be bad. It's just unhealthy for you. You'll be obsessed over it, and it's just not good, honestly. The most common reason why people want to be on diets is because they want to lose weight, right? Lose weight. But I would say that diets are not the thing that's gonna help you lose weight. It won't be permanent. For me personally, I think, and a lot of studies show that being in calorie deficit is the most effective way to lose weight. And overall, instead of focusing on diets, you should focus on a method that's going to create a long-lasting like difference, where your weight loss will be maintainable and attainable throughout the rest of your life, basically. But diets don't enforce that. So let's talk about calorie deficit. What is calorie deficit? Calorie deficit is eating within the range of your calorie. So for me, it's personally around 1,200 to 500. People are people are gonna come at me for this, like it's too low. Yeah, I guess. But the thing is, my body doesn't want to eat more than that. I don't need more energy. I don't need more calories than that. And if I eat too much, I don't feel good. So this works for me, and I've been doing great within this range for the past like 4 months, so I'm gonna stick to it. But if you look at all the diets out there, all of them enforces calorie deficit. So for example, in intermittent fasting, it enforces calorie deficit by only letting you eat during a certain amount of during a certain like window of the day. So that means after that, you are less likely, you're not going to eat again. So that means that your calorie will be restricted. Okay, let's say low carb, high protein. Carbs have like calories, and when you reduce carbs, you're cutting out calories. Once again, calorie deficit. Therefore, the most effective way is probably just calorie deficit if you want to lose weight. And I really would suggest intuitive eating personally, and it has worked for me, and that's why I'm just gonna like keep on saying just intuitive eating, because we should go back to our roots of eating when we're hungry, and like eating, like giving our body the nutrients that we need. Because intuitive eating really is effective for me. This right now, where I have abs and like my body is like leaner than ever, this is like the best way that my body has been, and this is without restricting, and this is the most I've ever eaten in the past like 5 years, like the past how many years? 4 years. Before that, I starved myself for like a couple of years. But yeah, now I'm healthier. I eat what I want. I'm like, my body is happy. My body's getting the food that it wants, which is veggies and fruits. And if you're gonna come at me for that, that's just the way my body is. What can I do about it? And my body really likes veggies and fruits, and just eating healthy. My body has just been the happiest it has ever been, and that's why I believe that results are actually showing now. So weight loss tips. First tip, calorie deficit. You can increase your veggie intake, and because veggies, although if you eat a lot of veggies, they have higher volume, lower calorie deficit. The second tip, drink a lot of water. I drink water as soon as I wake up. I will drink lemon water first thing in the morning, and then I'll drink water before I eat my meals, like 30 minutes before I eat my meals. So drink a lot of water. Tip 3, implement healthy habits step by step. If you snack every day, you should reduce to like every other day. Do it step by step, because weight loss process takes a lot of time, because your body will not immediately just adapt to like no snacking at all. But you can't. you're just gonna fall back into snacking. You just have to take step by step so that your body can be used to the new healthy habits. Step 4, be patient. This is like it's like a very obvious thing, but I don't know, I'm just gonna say it because when you take it step by step, it's just not gonna like you cannot immediately change your like unhealthy ways immediately into healthy ways. You won't see results immediately. Quick tip: move your body, be active, like go for a walk, work out, something like that. And yeah, just be active. Like if you sit a lot, try standing. Like that's what I do at home. But eat properly and give the body the nutrients it needs depending on your body goals. If you want to be like leaner, more protein, and more muscle, more protein. But yeah, so I would really enforce intuitive eating, but that's really up to you. And I think I'll make a series of like me talking about different like topics related to habits, eating habits, lifestyle habits, workout habits, and all these different things. So yeah, if you want me like to post any different like topic or anything, just like let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I think I'll like continue this. That's it for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below anything you want. Please, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Any such video suggestions or just like suggestions in general, please leave it down below in the comment section. And follow me on my social medias. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you next week.